Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, there's a whole bunch of new regulations that came into effect right as a cruise ship had been unloading its passengers in Miami. And my very first thought was, were these not already in place? So as you all know, I'm a big advocate for getting people the help they need. If you have medical situation on cruise ships, people need to be helped. People need to get proper medical care, or you have exactly what happened on this cruise ship. 2 people passed away and then a third person passed away while waiting to be escorted off, to be medical evacuated off the ship in the port. There was a delay with the transportation, and the person passed away during the 4 hours they were waiting for that medical attention. So yes, I'm a big advocate for getting people off the cruise ships and getting them the medical attention they deserve and they need. The big thing is, I've always said, when you're bringing people off a cruise ship, you need to test every single passenger. You need to, self-isolate everybody who has any kind of positive or any kind of symptoms. You need to quarantine them in an area for a certain amount of days, and you need to isolate them from everybody else. So when they're flying back to Canada, you have a chartered flight that goes directly to Canada. When they're flying back to the UK, you have a chartered flight that goes directly to the UK. At the UK, they're met with their own government, their own procedures, and if they are a plane with passengers who are sick on it, they then all have to be isolated for the 14 days, etc., etc. Well, guess what? It still isn't happening until the new regulations that came out just 24 hours, 48 hours ago. It still wasn't happening. This cruise ship was in the middle of unloading passengers, and sure enough, lo and behold, passengers were put onto a chartered plane. Hey, great! Charter plane, isolated, that means only people from here are on it, and they were flown to Atlanta, one of the world's largest airports and commercial hubs for airlines. And then they were, off you go, bye-bye, see ya, where they would go and they would get on another commercial airline and just fly home to wherever they were going. What is the logic here? Who is running the hen house? Am I the only person who sees this as a problem? Apparently not, because they just came out with these new regulations saying you can't do that anymore. But my thought was, how is this not being done already? How in the world have we not learned our lesson from, the Diamond Princess or, the Ruby Princess in Australia that's directly connected to 600 cases in that country directly from that cruise ship that they just let people off. In fact, they're launching an investigation into criminal charges now. And they're going after everybody, the government, the cruise line, the health officials, the port authority. They're checking everybody to find out how that mistake happened. And there's going to be some charges, and they haven't even ruled out manslaughter charges. So yeah, how then, after that debacle that we had, 5-6 days ago, in the United States, are they still allowing people to just get on a commercial airline? Who's running the damn show out there? Because there's no way that should be happening. Anybody coming in from any other country is supposed to self-isolate and etc. Yeah, no kidding. Duh. We have been saying this for a month now. Check them, isolate them, keep them away from the general public until they're cleared. And for some reason, whoever's in charge of getting these people home and unloading people hasn't got the message. Just hasn't got the message. And I I really, really hope, when all this comes to a standstill and things are looking better, that we don't come around and we find out, well, the reason we didn't check these people right away, because you know what? If we found out they had something, it would cost us a lot of money to isolate them in hotels for this amount of time. It would just cost a lot of money. So that's why we didn't do it. If that's the case, whoever made that decision should be thrown in jail, because they are endangering the public life. And right now, their own incompetence is endangering the public life. How? I ask you right now, how does anyone think anybody coming off a cruise ship right now should be just released out into the public? Just walk off a ship. It's moronic. It has got to be, like, it's mind-blowing that this is still a thing. It is absolutely mind-blowing that this is still a thing. And I hope down the line that they find out who's making these decisions and they roast them over an open fire. Because it's unbelievably stupid. Well, yes, again, I have a little bit of an anger issue over this because it's just such stupidity. It's just stupid. And I don't know how it's still happening. And every time this happens, all the focal point goes, oh, that darn cruise line. Oh, the cruise ships are horrible and cruising is bad, etc., etc. Yet all the people spreading it are from getting on damn airplanes and flying home. You know, when people first got off the Princess ship in Australia, there was less than 40 people who had any kind of symptoms on them. Had they isolated those 40 people, they would never have had 600 cases from that cruise ship, directly related to that cruise ship. But no, they just let them off, walk out, away you go. And now they're doing the exact damn thing here in North America. Unbelievable how people, you know, cannot learn lessons and don't think. Just don't think. I can't state it enough. It's unbelievable to me. Well, let me know what you guys think. Am I overblowing the fact, or do you think, yeah, you know what? If you go back and you relate how many people have gotten sick from people who they've been in contact, who have been released from travel, not just cruise ships, travel all over the place, I bet you see that a ton of all the cases across North America right now are directly related to that. Here in Ottawa, when they were checking the initial outbreak here in Ottawa, 75% of all the cases were directly related to somebody coming back from travel. So there you go. And they continue to just let them out, fly away, bye-bye, bye-bye, be safe. Maybe self-isolate if you feel like you should. Dumb, stupid, and I hate to say it, who's running the hen house? And it just ridiculous. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sorry I get angry at this stuff, but it really bugs me when people put other people's lives in dangers just because they can't do some simple brain mathematics in their head and logical thinking in their heads, or they just can't be bothered. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and, whenever we can, great vacation.